What up, pink ladies, T-birds, just happen to be watchers of my shit. My name is Jimmi Pynk, and I always say Harley loves barley. And this time I get to be dressed up like Harley. So, again, I would like to welcome our special guest, Uncle Holmes. Say hi to the people.
Hello out there. Hope everyone's doing well and safe.
And cool, because it's a nice 91 degrees in Ohio, and it ain't in no air. So, y'all gonna hear the fan today. Y'all know how that go. If y'all are new to the channel, suck it. Anyway, so today's category is Legendary Episode 3, and the theme is Circus Berserkus.
Yes. Circus Berserkus.
Now, with that being said, I thought that was a cute theme, but I will say this. I'm a little disappointed that we had such a grandiose theme, and then the category was Freak Show, and that's all we got.
Yeah. That's about it. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, circus? Like, that was fun. The judges' outfits were cute.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah. They turned for their fashions when they came out.
Oh, they did. They did. But I feel
Who
like,
did you like? Whose judges did you like the most?
well, you know, I'm gonna have to go with my fellow Harlequin. I'm gonna have to go with Hot Girl Meg. Shut it down for me. She was giving me like Harley Quinn's cousin, Harlequisha.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking for that. Plus, hey, she had on some boots that actually matched her outfit, and they were her size. And they found one black one and one white one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But also, Jamila looks cute as the ringleader, like I said, because you really are the ringleader. You're only here because you executive produced the show. I'm gonna keep shading her for that till the show go off.
Well, I'm gonna keep doing that. Mariah Carey. I don't know her.
I don't know her, and I was editing episode 2, and I was like, "Oop, I completely missed that. Oh shit! Come on, bitch, get over here." Wrong category. Oh, so before we get into episode 3, so the T on episode 4 is this gonna be the Wild Wild West?
Oh, is it? Okay.
Theme. Yes, and one of the categories will be body. So I'm very, very excited to see Jarrell and nothing.
Look, you may have to we might have to do this next one from the hospital because I might have a heart attack.
Oh yes, honey. The preview was on HBO Max, and I was like, "Well, there it is. Thought you knew." All right, so episode 3, we should be able to get through this one relatively easy because it's basically just a team challenge with all 5 teams. The theme is Circus Berserkus, but the theme should have just been Freak Show because that's all we got.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's basically was it. It was just performances and done.
And done. And they never really give us that much of a criteria of what they should be doing in that.
Not really. I mean, I think they sort of left it open so they could be creative and choose what they want to do, which a couple of teams really keyed in on that and did their own thing that made them stand out. But yeah, it was very, very loose to script. I guess that's the best way to put it. Yeah.
Very loose to script. So we're gonna jump around like House of Pain because that's what I do on my channel. And Uncle Holmes will soon to be having his channel as well. But let's go ahead and get into this. I'm gonna have to jump around because I gotta get. I know I be reading the girls for filth, but I gotta get into this House of Ninja.
Oh, you're gonna go straight there?
I gotta get into this House of Ninja. Honey, we know it's ninja. Do something else ninja related. Ninja Turtles and Ninja blenders and choppers. Do something else, damn ninja, because I'm tired of the Asian persuasion, honey. Not the girls that are Asian, but I'm tired of you. Stop relying on that ethnicity.
Oh yeah, honey. They just keep forcing egg rolls and soy sauce down our throat. I'm just like we get it. We get it. You know, we get that you're from somewhere else and you're showing us your culture. But in the ballroom, you have to be creative. You don't bring it like that at a ball every time. And I went and looked at some other clips the other night. And I mean, like, they be bringing it like they don't rely on that like when they go to balls. But I guess here, you know, and I hate to say this. I really hate to say this, but you notice this with RuPaul, Drag Race, and other shows. When they have someone of enough, their ethnicity becomes their storyline.
100%.
And I think they be back there pushing them to do that. Because these girls walk balls all the time, and they don't come as, you know, Asian all the time. You know, the Russian bitch, I just saw her at a ball where she was like a punk rocker and came in there and tore that ball up. So I'm like, I honestly believe it's production that is forcing them to do that. Like, that's their storyline. Like, this is where we're from, and this is what we're bringing where we're from, and eat it. I'm like, okay.
And that is a distinct possibility. I just don't follow. We know y'all are ninjas, but like, the category is circus berserkers. What would make you say I'm gonna go with an Asian circle? We in America, boo. We don't know what that is.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes you resort back to what you know. And I guess they figured, you know, hey, everybody else is going to be doing American circus. This will look different from everybody else, and maybe we'll stand out. But yeah, but I mean, even the performance was low energy.
Lester, it was. I was watching it and I was like, okay, I was impressed because they were doing like the acrobats and they did things with feet up. I'm like, but where is the energy? Like, I have not seen energy from the House of Ninja, with the exception of the one with the blue hair, who we'll get to that because she broke the house down at the end.
Yes, she did.
But outside of her, where is the energy?
Yeah, there really wasn't too much energy, honestly.
No, I did. I had to go straight to them because, like, you're not representing. Look, you're gonna be in there as the cisgender female team. Represent the shit right.
Yeah, they really have the opportunity to turn it, because honestly, I've always noticed, like, going to balls, like even back in the mid 90s, it was, you know, if cisgender women walked up in the ball, the floors go into uproar because they live for it. Because again, most of the categories is based off of female beauty and female isms and you know pussy cut, you know, serving the face, you know, like all that stuff sort of ties into that. Sort of like, you know, how, you know, our gay icons like, you know, Diana Ross and
Cher,
you know,
Barb
and right. Like we love females to be a part of the ball system. I mean, they come in and we be like, yes, this is everything. So I just really wish that they would step their pussy up.
Considering the fact that y'all the ones that was born with pussies, yeah, I wish y'all would.
Well, they got half the work done.
Now I'm skipping around, even though they did come back to back. Now, whereas Ninja, I thought was completely way off of what they were doing. I want to talk about Ebony because I thought Ebony was a little bit too on the nose with it.
Yeah, I gave them scores. Oh, by the way, Ninja, I'm gonna tell you how bad this is. I gave everybody else a score, like through 1 through 10.
Okay.
When I wrote down here on Ninja, I just put losing momentum. I didn't even give them a score. Like, I guess I was being shady in my head. I didn't do that intentionally, but that's how I felt so bad that I didn't even write down a number for them. Hey, but going back to Ebony, I gave them an 8 out of 10. Yeah, they were on point, like point.
Like, I thought that they did a good job. Honey, I got a whole clown costume, but this was way
I can't mess with you today. I can't do this. I can't deal with your geesh. We can't.
Hey, I might have on a damn cowboy hat next time. We gonna see. But but my thing with Ebony is I almost thought it was too literal circus. It wasn't even really freak show. Like, you know that the lion tamer is going to be there and the strong man and the bearded lady. Like, yeah, it's part of the freak show, but I mean, if those characters was in The Greatest Showman, like, is it really that different and odd? Like, those are known staples, but I did think they did a good job. I do see where the judges said there were moments that it was sloppy.
Right.
I
And
see that.
this is the one where the little boy hurt his foot, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I was like, when he did that, I was not expecting that backflip, baby. I was like, I know he's not going to do it. But I know sometimes when your house is depending on you to snatch, sometimes you pump through that pain. It's been plenty of times that I've come down wrong on a dip and knocked the hell out of my head. But I got back up, played that shit off, duck walk, and went on by my business.
And keep it moving.
And keep it moving.
But I thought they did a great job. I'm glad they were safe. You know. So that was good. All right, now I'm gonna just go ahead and jump back to our last episode winners, the House of Lanvin. Lanvin, I call him because I don't know how to pronounce that shit. Lanvin. Listen.
The mother was off.
The mother was off. The mother was off. You got all them young people in your house that was hitting that footwork. Maybe you should just been standing there.
Right. She's gonna like when it comes to voguing, she's not gonna let me choose my words carefully, honey, because these people will try to fight you if they see you out.
Oh.
So look, let me tread lightly. I believe because of the work that she has had done, I don't think that it would be a good decision for her to duck walk or do a dip. I think it would not be that way. You can tell that she's one of the girls that's been around for a while. You know, she has an old heart of old spirit of the way she carries herself in the ballroom that has caused her to be like the perfection she was when she did the face category. You know, you just see the confidence in her and everything like that. And I live for her. And I'm not coming for her. I just want her to know this. But yeah, that's probably the reason why, you know, she just sort of did her, you know, and all that, you know, instead of, you know, going down like everybody else did, you know. So
which I'm okay with that. And I was wondering that too, that like sometimes when she votes, but I've noticed both times that I've actually seen her do it, she's always had on some kind of a coat. So I'm like, I don't know if the coat is restricting your arms or if because your breast augmentation is so big. It's sickening. When she was last episode, when she was like face and she was just like just dressed regular with the shirt out of her, I was like, bitch, worth every penny.
Right, exactly.
You bought worth every penny. She's sickening. But I don't know, like that's in the way because it seems like when she moves her arms, this part don't do too much. It's always like a
right, exactly. And I've seen some femme queen girls who you know before the work, and these girls will go out there and honey, they roll across the floor, split their legs, twirl, dip, you know, just do it all, and then all of a sudden they started coming to the balls, and then you know like the star statements and legends, you know, at the beginning of the ball when they call people out, they would come out there and they wouldn't hardly do anything anymore, and that's when you started knowing that the girls were having work.
Okay.
So yeah, I think she's at a point where maybe her work is, you know, the work she's had done is maybe, you know, restricting to what she can do and everything. I have to look up some older ball tapes of her and see if she was a little bit more active before.
Yeah. I mean, but the performance itself, the story was told.
Yes.
The looks were done, honey. The looks were done. Okay. Like even her look with that. The category is split down the middle Harley Quinn realness, apparently. Because she had that half gold, half black, and that wig that the human half was flat iron, and this was like the lion. Bitch. I gotta say, I agree with Law as I usually do all episodes. all episode, but she definitely, for her to have been in the center, for me, it was once it got to the end of the routine where they were doing footwork and doing all that, and then ended in Shablam is where she seemed like she was really out of her element.
Mm-hmm.
But overall,
oh, we forgot to address something.
What?
The guest judge.
We forgot to address this bitch. And I'm going to say this bitch because, honey, I see how you got to play Electra. Because that's how you are in real life, darling. You are Mother Electra in real life.
I gagged. I didn't think she was like that. Well, now, let me take that back. Yeah, okay, it makes sense. But this is where I have some juicy gossip to spread about her there.
Well,
you ready?
Spill all of the tea.
All right. So, of course, for the safety of your channel, this is all alleged.
Allegedly.
But from what I have been reading around on Twitter and Twitter blogs is that Miss Dominique was offered the position to be a judge on this show and was replaced by your guy, the fashion guy, because she had obligations to film with Pose, and she feels the kind of way now because since Pose is not able to film because they're not able to do like full scenes, hug people, kiss people and stuff like that. They can't film. So this is what the rumors are. So they said that's why the shade was there, and that's why your friend made sure that he told her that she was a guest.
Oh, okay. So
that was the subtle shade.
So let me make sure I got this straight. So she could have judged. She was offered to judge, but because she would have been shooting Pose. But since of Miss Corona, she can't film, and she could have went ahead and obligated herself to do that.
Right, and got that coin.
Right. But the way you were showing up and showing out, darling, I don't think you will be invited back.
Well, I think that's what her part was supposed to be on the show. The AKA the bitch.
Okay, but she's doing the most.
Oh yeah, very much the most. Very much the most, to the point where I don't like her. Like, I mean, I was living for her as Electra, and I was living for her like on the interviews I watched for her. She was eloquently spoken, and she didn't act like that. But again, you do have and this is true the real ballroom, and again, this is another part that I say, you showing true ballroom. You have people that are in the ballroom that act like that. They are elitists, and they feel that they are better than everybody, and they want you to bow down and respect them. And for those people, I always say this: you wipe your ass with tissue like me, and you put your drawers on one leg at a time, unless you're talented and jumping that bitch. But I'm just like, girl, like, you know, you acting like you don't get the right. No. If you come for somebody, they have the right to come back for you. Like Whoopi Goldberg said on The View, if you hit a man, you can't expect to be hit back.
It's true though. It's very true though. But Miss Dominique Jackson, honey. Now, I was thinking about this, with Megan Thee Stallion too, since we were talking about how she always cocked up. I'm wondering if the judges are allowed to have several cocktails.
Oh yeah, I heard. I think it was Maddie that said that she was drunk. Maddie Rance.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
As the resident YouTube drunk, honey, she was acting drunk. Like that, I can keep my composure, like I ain't that twisted, but that mouth will get lubricated.
Yeah, when people just stand there with like gloss eyes and don't say anything, like when she just stood there for a moment, I'm just like, okay. And then you could also tell she was drunk too whenever she got up and she said, turn that beat back on, and she was trying to commentate over the beat, and she was off.
Well, my thing is this: our resident judges don't do that. Why would you think that you would come in and do that?
Because she thinks she grand.
Honey, it's not your ball. It's not your ball, darling. You missed the legends walk in. That was your time to act a fool when you got introduced as the judge, sweetie.
Yeah. But again, this is true to ballroom. That's how judges show up. They'll show up either high out their goddamn mind, or they'll be drunk, or they'll just come in, and be shady. Like this is the other drama that happens in the ballroom. So, but I'm glad that they captured it, so people can understand when you go to ballroom. Sometimes you go to walk category and you have a judge on the panel like that because of their incapability of being clear-minded to judge,
okay,
you can waste your time just showing up sometimes.
because at the end of the day, darling, Harley loves barley.
Okay.
Okay, so so what did you said you scored everybody? So what did you give Lambin?
I gave them a 7.
You gave them a 7. Now you thought Ebony, I didn't think Ebony was better than Lambin though. I didn't.
Well, I mean, the mother threw it off for me. That's why I downgraded them a point. Because I was going to give them the same amount, but I was like, "Damn, Mom, like you fucking it up, not in a good way."
She definitely slowed down their momentum. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
She definitely slowed down their momentum, especially because I'm a big fan of footwork. I just think that's sickening, and I'm glad that was incorporated in the ballroom because I want to say I think footwork is either from Chicago or Detroit, which is a very Midwestern thing. So I love that that's being incorporated into the ballroom.
Yes.
But honey, if you can't keep up with the footwork, don't do it.
Yeah, and like you said, she could have just stood there and just.
I mean, darling, you are Faith.
Yeah.
Face. And that beat was like, look, I'm supposed to say, I'm just on Law's nuts, apparently, because I was like, yes, honey, that mug was undeniable. Okay, so Balmain decided they wanted to do it. I realized that it has a clown in it. Mm-hmm. I think this is what we were talking about last episode about interpretation. Because it's Pennywise the clown, that does not give me freak show nor circus berserkers.
Yeah, because that's just one aspect of the whole, factor of the circus. Yeah.
I would have rather y'all did Killer Clowns from Outer Space. If that's how y'all were gonna go with it.
That is my shit. I used to have that on VHS and used to watch it almost every fucking weekend.
Yes, please keep in mind. Keep in mind, some of my audience don't know what VHS is. They don't.
They gonna learn today.
Listen, y'all gonna learn today. Just like y'all learned about ballroom, y'all gonna learn today about VHS too. But what did y'all think? What did you think about Balmain's performance? Because I
gave them a 9. I liked it. I really liked it. It was high energy. It was cohesive. It was on point. I only saw someone half step, but that was a single person by themselves. Not that I'm being negative and looking for that stuff, but it seemed like they got a shady ass cameraman who like to go in when someone can't get up from a dip or missteps. Have you noticed that?
Well, I think they almost have to do that because when you get to those judges and how strict they are in cutting people and their comments, if we're just watching it and we don't catch the mistakes they're making, we're gonna be like, oh, this bitch is hating.
Well, I think they should stop showing the judges during the time. That drives me crazy because I know what's about to happen. Like, I know when someone, being from the scene, I know when they get ready to go into that dip. Like, they will be in top spin and heading to the floor, and then they decide to show a reaction of a judge instead of that dip. And I'd be through. I'd be like, girl.
Who was next? Okay, let's talk about.
Okay, so I wrote them in order. So we've already talked about Ladine, Ninja, Ebony, Balmain. So next was Saint Laurent.
I was just about to say, let's talk about Saint Laurent.
Yes, ma'am. The score I gave them was a 5.
Pretty does not always win, honey.
And no, it doesn't. Oh. And on a side note, when they were backstairs getting ready and talking to the costume people and everything, I put a note here. I said, the stylist is giving them advice. Just make the damn clothes. Speaking of he didn't give them advice on the clothes. He gave them advice on their performance. I said, wait a minute, whoa, you out of your category. You supposed to, they come back there to ask you how to, they ask you to create an outfit for them, and you telling them that they need to bring this energy, and they need to, I'm like, and you need to be precise, and I'm like who? Like,
Where
you just want some camera time. Just go sit down somewhere, please.
I was just gonna say where in the favoritism, because not only that, I'm glad you brought that up, because I had a problem with Ninja because the choreographer was putting in a little bit too much input for Ninja too.
Yeah, she did come out of her pocket this time, this episode. I was like, oh, here we go.
Let the
But
producer
that goes to show you what we were talking about last episode. Ninja struggling. They struggling.
They are struggling.
After last week, now they're into save mode because, oh, should I say it?
I don't see why not.
Well, they're in save mode because they know that these are cisgender women and they don't want to lose some of the straight males that are watching basically because of them.
I mean, it's the same thing as when you watching The Bachelor and all of that, and it be two black girls and they don't never go home first because you know you can't send them home first.
No, you're gonna lose the black audience.
And I agree with you because, honey, now don't get me wrong. She said cheesy, cheese, blue cheese. That's what I'm gonna start calling her, blue cheese, because her hair blue. You know, black people always got to have a nickname for somebody.
Edge.
Blue cheese ass. Listen, blue cheese ass rocks the shit. And is y'all gonna send blue cheese to the bottom every time? Or y'all gonna send her for all the individual shits?
Oh yeah, they sending blue cheese out.
They should have sent blue cheese out for face last week. Listen, I was editing that. I was like, I had to cut half of that out. I was like, I went in on that bitch for like 25 minutes. We had to stop.
And blue cheese gonna keep that clan afloat, baby. Blue, you look just like restaurants, honey. They gonna send blue cheese out with the wings, blue cheese.
With the wings, with the burger, with the celery, with the carrots, with the salad. Just send out the blue cheese, bitch. Send out blue cheese.
Baby, everybody's living blue cheese, honey. Yeah, but like I said, again, you know, from the last episode, they are not dancers. They are not voguers. They are fashion, their face, their runway. They unfortunately, again, the show is not created to work well with certain people dynamics. And some people are gonna excel some week to the top where they can't be touched. Where we saw Ninja came out there and sliced it up, and everybody was like, oh, these bitches are bad. And then the next episode, then it was another team, oh, these bitches are bad. You know, but everybody's gonna have an Achilles tendon. And unfortunately, they suffered a lot, you know, because they just basically just couldn't keep up. Exactly.
So there's that. Enough about them because they're gone. They got the boot. They got the chop. They got the chop. And Ninja, Hiya will be next. All right. So after Saint Laurent,
it's Escada next.
Escada.
I gave them a 9.
Escada was fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic. Now, what was their theme again? Because you know I ain't got my notes to look. But I remember Escada was cold. And I was glad because I was waiting for Escada to show up because I felt like they really hadn't so far. And I was waiting for them to show up and show us why they were here. And I definitely think they did that with this.
Yeah. They, geez. I'm getting them confused with everybody because they were sort of, now it's becoming a blur. And yes, I remember now. She had she started out as the fortune teller, and she did arm performance at the table, and then they changed to the runway girl, then they went to the Vogue Femme. So they separated every single person to do the 5 elements of Vogue. And then at the very end, they all came together in unison, did a little chord, and all hit the ground at the same time. Yes. That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
And that's how you excel in these categories because you have one person kind of doing their specialty.
Exactly. If you're going to showcase your talents, you do it all. You do it all in separate. They knew. See, they were the smart ones about it. They said, look, that is not my category. I cannot do those things. So why don't you do your thing? You do your thing. I do mine, and let's put a little bit of choreograph at the end of stuff that we all can do.
It was great.
It was right. It was on point.
And they have not been giving me, like, they weren't even one of the names that I remembered in the competition until now.
Right.
They did that. It was good to see.
Yes, they did.
It was good.
The five elements of old.
It was great to see, and it was a lesson for those people that were not familiar with ballroom that are watching the show.
Exactly.
So if you didn't catch it, that was the 5 elements of Vogue. Guess what? You heard it here first. Now you know.
Exactly.
It was. I'm missing the house.
The last one is Gucci.
The gorgeous house of Gucci. I don't remember them.
Ooh.
I'm honest. I don't remember them.
I gave them an 8.
You gave them an 8.
I gave them an 8. They did really well. I mean, as far as, the way it looked, it wasn't high energy, but it basically did enough to get them through.
Yeah, and I'm seeing a little bit too much of that from them.
Yeah, but they lost they lost a teammate.
That's right. But I digress. But I forget about Gucci all the time because to me, y'all do it until you brought that up. That I was like, oh yeah, her ass is sloppy. I forget about them all the time. The only time I didn't forget about them is when Jarrell walked face last week.
You gonna stop forgetting about my husband's team?
I ain't forget about your husband though.
It's this episode. It was Ninja
and Saint Laurent.
It was Blue Cheese against Pretty.
Right, I was gonna say it was in Saint Laurent. So it was Ninja versus Saint Laurent. So Blue Cheese versus Pretty. Hon, I don't know what Pretty was doing. Hon, I don't know what Pretty was doing. It wasn't pretty.
No, I'm like, are you fanning yourself? I mean, like, I'm like, what? And she back there just dipping and carrying on. I'm like,
I was like, hon, are you not good at voting or are you tired? Because he was just doing some shit where he was just walking backward. I was like, what? Sir, you do realize your face is not out. You can't be doing this. I'm serving face. This is a Vogue off.
Yeah, but again, if that's not what he's good at, it was doomed from the end. That's why I said this is going to be a lot of surprises of who goes home because they didn't have any Vogers.
I was about to say, and if you sent him,
his face. Yeah.
If you sent him, does that mean he was the best out of all of them?
Yes.
Crazy.
That's who they sent out. Mama show wasn't going to come out there and do nothing. Mama was not going to do that. And not that I don't think that she could have came out there and be fierce. I just think that she just basically like, whatever. I don't have the time.
So the House of Escada won. So that's good. I think they need to keep that momentum up because I was worried about them the first 2 episodes. I really was. So they didn't do too good last week when it was walking. But then the House of Saint Laurent, which is probably the best house for that, is gone.
True. Yeah.
So we'll see. But Ninja, so in a couple of days, we will be talking about a Legendary. That was the worst Vogue I've ever done in my life. I was like,
yeah. Yes, Jim.
Like, put the fan down, bitch. If I ever got to walk Vogue with a prop, I'm hit. I'm hit. Like, no, I need all my arms, honey. The fingernails are the prop, darling. So, with that being said, for Uncle Holmes and TT Pynk, keep it greasy. Deuces.
Right. You want to be like me? You want to be like me? You
Wanna eat lunch with the cool kids, don't you? Told you I used to be you, I know you. Never learned to crew politics in high school. Now you earn a few funny looks in my school. I can show you how to hypnotize minds, fool. Like the chicks in the bunny books for fly dudes.